What's up, guys? It's Kara Corey here, and I'm here with an awfully delicious topic to talk about this evening. Obviously, you clicked on this video because you want to know if I'm going to tell you it's okay to eat chocolate and incorporate that in your diet. And who doesn't want to hear that, right? I basically chose to talk about this topic because there is some newer research that just came out, recently published in the Journal of Nutrition. And so I thought I would cover this trending new topic. This is something that has been studied for, I'd say about 10 years, at least that I know of since I've been in the field. More people have been studying chocolate, in particular dark chocolate, and its potential benefits. So to talk about this a little bit more, with chocolate, there are different kinds of chocolate, right? So not all chocolate is created equal. So when we're talking about chocolate even being healthy in your diet or incorporating that to actually give you health benefits, what I am talking about is dark chocolate. And typically dark chocolate is going to be categorized into like your bittersweet chocolate or your semi-sweet chocolate. And what you want to look for is a product that has 60%, at least 60% of it is cocoa. And the higher the percentage, the better. The darker the chocolate, the better. You also would want to look for a variety that is lower in sugar, possibly no added sugar to it. Just that dark, raw, bitter chocolate, that's what we're talking about that actually has potential for health benefits. The reason being is that it has in it flavonoids, which are from a group of antioxidants called polyphenols. And you may have heard of this before with flavonoids. They're also found not only in chocolate, they're found in things like tea. That's why you hear tea is healthy for you. Found in things like wine. That's why, we talk about wine having some health benefits, as well as fruits and vegetables. So it's kind of lumped into this group together with its antioxidant benefits. So anytime you're consuming products that have, a group of antioxidants in them, that is going to help to decrease overall inflammation in your body. And by decreasing inflammation, what you're going to do is decrease your risk possibly of cardiovascular diseases as well as other diseases like diabetes. So this is huge, right? Now, like I said, this new study that came out, it basically didn't come out with any solid conclusive, yes, we know this is going to be super helpful in your everyday life in terms of your health. What we do know from the study and other studies is that overall, having dark chocolate in your diet can potentially help with inflammation and decreasing your risk for cardiovascular disease. But the evidence just isn't strong enough. We don't know enough yet to say this is exactly how much you need to eat on a daily basis or should eat on a daily basis. I don't think they've really been able to tease that out with some solid guidelines just yet. This study in particular did find that participants that were consuming dark chocolate also had decreases in their triglyceride levels, and they also found it helped increase their good cholesterol, their HDL cholesterol. So there were some good things coming out of this study. So again, very general information from this study, no strong recommendations just yet. But what I would want to point out to people and advise people of is it's okay to include some dark chocolate in your diet, but it does have to be the dark stuff, as I already mentioned. Look for the stuff that's over 60% cocoa. Try to get it without the added sugars in it. It's going to be fairly bitter tasting, but that's kind of not a bad thing because you're likely to not overindulge in it if it's not too sweet. Milk chocolate and white chocolate are not going to produce the same type of health benefits. It's not going to have those flavonoids in it at the same degree. Milk actually binds to the flavonoids in chocolate. So if you're having milk chocolate, you're not going to get any of that antioxidant benefit. So it's also good to know if you're consuming some of that dark chocolate, you're not going to want to drink a glass of milk in it because it's kind of going to negate those health benefits. So just some food for thought there. You also need to consider too that just because you're eating something that has some potential health benefits to it doesn't mean you just go hog wild and eat like a king size candy bar, know what I'm saying? You need to also remember that there's gonna be higher calories, higher fat associated with any kind of chocolate. One of the things that I prefer and would recommend for you guys as well is to get some type of cocoa supplement or some type of cocoa powder. So I love using the Special Dark Hershey's cocoa. This is truly all that's in there is the cocoa. And this is great to add to anything you're baking. I like adding just like a scoop to my oatmeal in the morning, stirring it up. It kind of makes chocolatey oats. Or they have the regular cocoa too. You don't have to do the darker version, but just remember the darker the better with this stuff in terms of health benefits. So those are some options for you as well. There are plenty of benefits out there for flavonoids. Studies show lots of health benefits, as I already mentioned, typically in regards to your cardiovascular health, blood pressure. There's also, some notable improvements seen with your cognitive function as well as your mood. So there are some great benefits there. If you're someone that likes chocolate, or maybe you're someone like myself who just has a sweet tooth and you just need to kind of incorporate something into your diet to feel satisfied, grab yourself some dark chocolates. I like that Dove comes out with like the little mini like half an ounce pieces of dark chocolate, and you just throw one of those and take it with you and eat that as your little treat throughout the day. It's something easy to incorporate, and if you add it into your diet, maybe after you've eaten a nice lunch or a good dinner and have it after the fact, you're not as likely to overindulge and go overboard. Never reach for the chocolate if you haven't ate anything in a while, because you could go overboard. So just some things to remember as well. But overall, there are some possible health benefits there. We're just not sure the day-to-day benefits that you're gonna see, but not something bad to add into your diet. So should be more research coming. I know, just as an aside, when I went to school at SU, one of the graduate assistants was doing her thesis on dark chocolate and the benefits with cardiovascular health. And I don't remember if I'm sure it got published, but I remember in her research, she did find a lot of great benefits for folks who were consuming dark chocolate in terms of, she studied mainly their HDL and LDL levels, and I remember all the teachers talking about how we all needed to eat dark chocolate because she saw such great benefits through her research. Now, that's just one person's study, and as a healthcare professional, you have to go by more so, I look at meta-analysis and kind of the overall picture of what studies are showing from peer-reviewed journals. So although I remember at SU that study was showing some awesome results, you kind of have to look at it as a whole. And like I said, we're just not there yet with conclusive recommendations. I did find, however, it was the University of Michigan's website, they have this thing called the Healing Pyramid, and they had their own chocolate recommendations. I'm not sure what they based it on, but they did recommend about an ounce a day, which isn't a huge portion. It's kind of a moderate sized portion of chocolate, so it's a little bit something to add in there and not to exceed if those of you are looking to kind of have a guideline for how much is enough. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Pick yourself up some dark chocolate, get yourself some flavonoids in that diet, and hopefully you will, improve your health in the long term. You have to think about that, you guys. Maybe you're sitting here right now all cute and pretty in your 20s or 30s, not having a care in the world about cardiovascular disease, but it starts right now, and you need to. So make sure you're fueling your body with those foods that are gonna help prevent those illnesses in the future. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, comment below with other trending topics you'd like me to cover, and I'll be glad to do that. Some stepping stone, some type of place to get started when they're feeling lost with what they're eating, their exercise habits, and things like that. Most of us need something a little more concrete, a plan to put in place. We need something to be laid out for us step by step to kind of help motivate us, make it a little bit easier. I see that. I get that. I can be that type of person as well, where I do need things to be a little bit more tangible. Tell me what to do, I'll do it kind of thing.